Good evening, everyone. Welcome to yet another episode of the Third Man Cricket Corner. Today we have Delhi Capitals against the Royal Challengers Bangalore. And before we begin with the pre-show, there is one important announcement to make regarding the current situation that is going on around the world and especially our country. We at Third Man Cricket Corner would like to advise each and everyone to stay home and stay safe in your home and don't venture out unless it's absolutely important. Situation is really bleak and we wish all of you guys to stay safe and take care of you. So it is really a big situation going around. So I would request everyone to please behave like a responsible citizen in this current times, and together we will tackle this difficult times. And I hope that each and everyone has it in them to tackle this. So without wasting any other further ado, we got Ajay Thomas here, the Delhi Capitals analyst. Ajay must be really happy with that super over win in the last match. We'll be diving down to the match between the Delhi Capitals and Sunrisers Hyderabad, which happened last time. Before that, let's just ask your thoughts on the current situation that is going on around the world. So, would you like to comment on what is happening with the COVID situation?
Yes, absolutely. Good evening, Sanchit. Am I audible?
Yes, you're audible.
Okay. Yeah, so a little bit saddened by the fact that is happening, what is happening around us. COVID cases, people fighting for beds, struggling to get oxygen. So a little bit saddened by the situation. But having said that, I urge all my friends, all the viewers who have joined in to be safe at home, go out whenever only it is necessary, wash hands and stay safe. You're not just safe. By doing that, you're not just making yourself safe. You're making sure that your family members are also safe by doing it. So please stay home and stay safe.
Certainly, and we also got Kaustubh here representing the Royal Challengers Bangalore. So Kaustubh, we were just talking about the current situation that is going on around in the world before we start off with our regular show. So Kaustubh, would you like to comment on the current issue that is going around, and what would your thoughts be about this particular thing?
First of all, I hope all of you are safe and are following the COVID protocols. The situation I understand is really tough, and the flow of positive news is shrinking day by day. But this is not the time to slouch back. This is not the time to lose hope. Remember, the situation that we are in, it's man-made. It's not something that we can't control. And the night is darkest just before the dawn. The victories that are best are those that come after defeat. So the things to do or to win this battle are very simple. We just have to follow the COVID protocols, wash our hands, keep the social distance, wear mask, and don't leave the house until it is very necessary. Let's be brutally honest here. No matter which political party you support, the best they can do is provide you medical facilities and the cure. But your health and your well-being is in your own hands. Not getting ill is your responsibility. Staying safe is your responsibility. So let us all follow that. Let us all honor the policemen and women, the doctors, the medical officials, the government officials that are going out there for our own safety. Let us all honor that and keep going ahead. And let us all not lose hope. This is not the time to lose hope.
Certainly, and very nice words there put up by Kaustubh here. And as Parth in the comments is saying that we are all in this together. Yes, certainly we are all in this together in our epic fight against COVID, and we are certainly going to be victorious in the upcoming days. So let's just talk about COVID. And now let's. I think there is a disturbance. Kaustubh, if you could check it.
Is it from us?
I'm not sure.
Okay. Just a minute. I'll disconnect and join again.
Yeah, no problem. Okay, so it's Ajay. I think there might be some problem with your audio. Could you just check it?
One second.
Yeah. So yes, as we were talking about the situation going around in the world, and it is certainly a very serious situation. But now let's just talk about the cricket in hand, because in life you need to have certain joyous occasions also, and currently IPL is providing that, and we are already seeing certain IPL teams also doing their bits in order to help the world get along. We saw Pat Cummins and even Brett Lee just now doing certain gestures. So let's hope that it all continues, and we have a promising situation in the upcoming months. So let's till the time Kaustubh will join us, let's talk about Delhi Capitals here. So Ajay Thomas representing the Delhi Capitals. Let's just hear from you, buddy. What was your initial thoughts after that finish in the Super Over? Do you believe that Delhi Capitals left it late for that particular match, or do you feel that the result was justified because it was a tough game for both the sides? So what are your thoughts about that match against Sunrisers Hyderabad?
To be really honest, that was a really good match. To be honest, so Kane Williamson batted exceptionally well to take Sunrisers Hyderabad to that point where they could win. They would have possibly won that match. Yeah. So having said that, I mean, so basically, I think we should have controlled it. I mean, we could have won the match, being just Williamson at one end, who is batting who is batting very fluently on one side, and on the other side there's not been much support. So I think we should have a little more tactical, and maybe should have made Williamson face less deliveries and attack the other batsmen, and maybe should have won the match by around by 10 runs or 5 runs or something if that was the case. But when can you hear me, Sanchit?
Yes. Kaustubh, just request once again because I'm not looking at your request. So yeah, continue.
Yeah. So so overall, I'm very happy with the win, Sanchit.
Certainly. I'm not able to see Kaustubh's request yet. I'm not sure what's the problem. But till the time we figure it out, let's just continue talking about Delhi Capitals. So Ajay, yeah, it was a win after all. I think 2 points is all that matters. Not able to request again. Kaustubh, could you just re-log into the Insta Live because there might be an issue of Instagram. I'm not sure what it might be. Yeah. So as I was talking about Delhi Capitals, so we saw Kagiso Rabada being an important player for Delhi Capitals, but he's not able to deliver as per the expectation, not taking up enough wickets in the power play and in the middle overs. So, and we saw what happened in the last game where SRH nearly won the match in that over against the Sunrisers Delhi Capitals. So, are you concerned with Kagiso Rabada's form?
I think Sanjay, you asked me the same question during the last outing as well. So I'm not too concerned about Rabada's form, to be really honest, because he
Yeah, sorry, I just had a network disconnection. Now we got Kaustubh here finally after trying so much, and certainly we would want the RCB fan in our life because we know RCB are a team to watch out for this season. Even though they had a little bit of hiccup against Chennai Super Kings, but I'm sure that they wouldn't mind a one loss. So Kaustubh, your thoughts after sitting comfortably at the top in the top half of the table. So what are your views after that crushing defeat against your rivals Chennai Super Kings?
My very first question would be, what the fuck is Jaydev Unadkat doing here in our life? Jokes apart, yeah, that was a crushing defeat. Yeah, definitely. It was devastating, but when Sir Ravindra Jadeja goes, it just, he is a tornado and he can do all the things in the world. There's nothing there are no words. It was really crushing. But yeah, all props to Ravindra Jadeja.
Certainly, and we talked about Delhi Capitals for a bit till the time you were not here on the live. Let's talk about Royal Challengers Bangalore for that extent now. So RCB, even though they had a great start to the season, but that defeat against Chennai Super Kings, I think that it might have just hampered the morale of the team because it wasn't expected. And one of the key things happening from that match, I think that was the middle order, and we saw the batting order getting exposed. In the previous lives, we have seen some couple of banters going around saying that only Maxwell, only Padikkal and only Kohli is contributing, but the batting order is still not tested. So we saw that batting order getting tested, and it wasn't a good time on the pitch for most of the batsmen. So do you think that the middle order concern is going to keep on haunting Royal Challengers Bangalore? Because this time now you are going to be playing on a new venue altogether, that is the Ahmedabad pitch, and we saw what kind of a pitch that might prove out to be in the yesterday's match. So are you concerned about the middle order woes for Royal Challengers Bangalore?
No, not really. I mean, the form they were in, they were really at peak, and at some point of time, it had to be declined. It just can't keep rising. So I'm just glad that it was not in the qualifiers like the last year, and just before the in the initial stages. So having a downfall in the initial stages is always better than going into the last phase of the game and losing. And I mean, we have seen the, what do you say? I mean, we have been used to this performance by RCBs, the fall downs, the crumble of the middle order. But if you look around, all the teams are doing that. And I'm just happy that it was not in the qualifiers or the finals, and just a league match, and not a concerning thing.
Certainly, and we have one question coming in from Sanchit Desai. He's saying that Ashwin absence could hurt Delhi Capitals, and we have seen that happening because in this fixture only both the teams have been impacted because of the COVID-19 pandemic, and we saw Ravichandran Ashwin opting out of the IPL for personal reason, and also from the RCB camp we got Kane Richardson and Adam Zampa opting out. So my question to Ajay here. Ravichandran Ashwin is an important asset to the Delhi Capitals side, and we have seen him being a potential match winner for every side that he has played. So, how big of a miss would Ashwin be in the Delhi Capitals side now that Akshar Patel is also back? He had a great game against Sunrisers Hyderabad. So, do you feel that Ashwin's absence could mean that it is also a big shoes to fill in for someone like Akshar Patel, who is just coming back into the team?
Yes, absolutely. So there is no doubt about Ashwin, what Ashwin brings to the table. His experience, his variations in the bowling, and his cricketing brain is something which is very important in the field. Yeah, so Ashwin not being there is certainly a big loss, considering the fact that you obviously you already have a left stump spinner, you already have a leg spinner in the name of Amit Mishra, and you certainly would want a bowler like Ashwin, off spinner in your team. So he's not been around the matches. It's going to be a little tough for DC, but we have Akshar Patel to replace him. So I think it won't be a big issue.
Certainly. And in the last game against Sunrisers Hyderabad, Delhi Capitals did finally promote Rishabh Pant to number 3, and that is certainly a key topic to talk about in the later half. But talking about that number 3 position, I think Delhi Capitals did a pretty great job promoting Rishabh Pant at number 3. But on the other hand, Royal Challengers Bangalore pulled off a surprise there. We saw Washington Sundar batting in at number 3, chasing a total of 191. So pretty sure all of us would have been surprised by that move. So Kaustubh, your thoughts on that surprising move from Royal Challengers Bangalore, promoting someone like Washington Sundar at number 3?
I think it was a decent move. Kohli, as a captain, has a lot of faith in Washington Sundar, the batsman, not the bowler. And I think Washington Sundar has proved his batting capabilities down there in the Australia. I think he also opens for his domestic side. He does open for them a bit in T20. I think the lack of consistency for him is the problem. Like, he is not given consistent opportunities at number 3. He was asked to open, then he was pushed down number 7. So I think if we give him consistent chances at number 3, he might just pan out good. And if he does not, we don't have lack of batsmen. We have a lot on the bench and lot in the team. So let's hope all goes well.
Finally, I was waiting for some Royal Challengers Bangalore fan to finally acknowledge that move of putting Washington Sundar at number 3. But yeah, I really hope that it works for better, because Sundar is a great batsman, and we saw what he did at Gabba for just a couple of months back, and hope it works out for him at RCB. Let's talk about Delhi Capitals now. Talking about comebacks, we saw Steve Smith's innings against Sunrisers Hyderabad. He did start off pretty slowly, and he was quite under a lot of pump until that last over. But it is safe to say that he ended up with a good score. I think it was a challenging wicket to bat on. So Ajay, your thoughts on the importance of someone like Steve Smith playing that anchor kind of role in a tough situation that Delhi Capitals were in the last match. So what are your expectations of someone of Steve Smith in the Delhi Capitals top order?
Yeah, so we were discussing about this earlier also. So Steve Smith at number 3 is my go-to man, to be really honest. Like, he rotates a strike, he handles one end one end and allows others to play the natural game on the other end. So that's exactly what DC has been planning out. So would be interesting to see how the game plan is in the Ahmedabad pitch. If we are playing at a similar kind of a pitch that we played yesterday, the match that happened yesterday, then that is going to be a little tricky as well. So if it is a very good batting wicket, then I would really want Steve Smith to be a little more positive, a little more attacking and take those calculated risks and get a strike rate a little up. But for now, considering the pitch, he's doing a really good job.
Certainly, and it's always good to see Steve Smith amongst the runs. And talking about Steve Smith, we got Kaustubh here, and a live session with Kaustubh is never complete unless and until we talk about one player. And we all know who is it going to be about. It is about Virat Kohli. And as you know, Virat Kohli is, I think, let me just tell the viewers around here, Virat Kohli is Kaustubh's best player in the world. And he feels that Virat Kohli is his inspiration. So let's talk about Virat Kohli. So Kaustubh, we know that Virat Kohli has a great record against the Delhi side. Previously they were Delhi Daredevils and now Delhi Capitals. He has scored around 921 runs against this team. So how important is Kohli's role going to be at the top of the order? He did score against the Rajasthan Royals but didn't manage to do it against Chennai. So are you expecting to see a Virat Kohli masterclass in this match?
Definitely. Each time he goes out there to bat, it is a masterclass. No matter how many runs he scores, whenever he performs, it's a masterclass. And we are just lucky to see him play live. And as a society, it's our habit to not enjoy or not celebrate the success when it's there, not celebrate the greatness when it's in presence. And after the players retire, we start, giving them the role of gods and everything. But while Sachin was batting, everyone used to think he should retire by the end of his career. There were 1.3 billion experts who were telling Sachin how to bat. And Kohli's role is important, and he's been since the start, and he's the only player that is playing for the 14th year straight. And I think he's going to be the only player to play for one franchise only. So Kohli is the backbone and will be the backbone of RCB. And till the time the IPL goes, I think he will be the best batsman to ever play the IPL.
Certainly, and for India and RCB's sake, we have to also believe that Virat Kohli could be the best captain also, and I think Kaustubh will also agree about this fact. So yeah, jokes aside.
Okay, you're trying to put me in a fix, right?
Well, jokes aside, let's talk about
Good one, Sanchit. Good one.
Let's talk about Delhi Capitals. Now let's get on to the serious business now, gentlemen. And let's talk. A show is incomplete without talking about the key battle here. And the key battle for this match is absolutely going to be Yuzvendra Chahal against Shikhar Dhawan. And the record says that Yuzvendra Chahal has dismissed Dhawan 3 times and with an economy rate of below 7, 6.95 almost. So that is going to be a key battle. We might also see Yuzvendra Chahal in the power play. But Yuzvendra Chahal is not looking himself in this particular IPL. So I would just like to ask Ajay here about this particular key battle. We have seen Dhawan actually being in a great form in this IPL. So what are your thoughts on this particular battle? Do you feel that he will be troubled in the power play against the leg spinner that is currently going to rival?
No, I don't think it's going to be a big. It's going to trouble Shikhar Dhawan because he'll always try to be positive. So when he tries to be positive, if at all Chell takes his wicket, that we cannot say about anything. But I'm sure that he's not gonna get troubled by Yuzvendra Chahal or so. He's gonna be positive. He's gonna be playing his shots, and it is gonna be a very interesting battle to look forward.
Certainly, and I think that is going to be the deciding factor in the power play. As I keep on saying that the matches are decided in the power play itself. So I'm really looking forward to that battle. Let's talk about RCB here. And let's talk about Navdeep Saini for that matter. We have seen him coming back into the team at an expense of a batsman, but it didn't work out well against Chennai. So Navdeep Saini's move didn't pay off well. So are we looking to see someone like Rajat Patidar coming back into the 11 and batting in at number 3 in this particular match, Kaustubh?
I think looking at the Ahmedabad pitch, the more batsmen we take, the better it will be. Because it is a slow pitch and you need maximum batsmen to bat throughout. And let's just hope either Rajat Patidar or Mohammad Azharuddin makes into 11. But I think looking at the think tank and the strategy going forward, That was the 11 that went into the last match. I think they are pretty much adamant on playing as much bowler as they can. The more the bowling options they have, I think they are more comfortable. And so, and I mean, it's, to be honest, it's really unpredictable because nobody knows how Virat Kohli thinks. So I'm just excited to see what 11 goes into this one.
Certainly, and as Kaustubh was talking, just guys keep on commenting your questions. We had a little bit of a banter type, so we might have missed a couple of questions. So please keep commenting your question till the time we ask our expert, because your comments will actually mean us a lot, because that is actually going to make the discussions lively. So let's moving forward. Delhi Capitals, we talked about the batting order and we talked about the bowling as well. But it seems that Henrik Nokia is fully fit and fine, and we discussed about him in the last match, and could he possibly make way into the 11? So, are you concerned with the Delhi Capitals bowling lineup? Do you wish to see someone like Henrik Nokia making his way back into the 11, Ajay? Or because Rabada's form is a quite a concern, and we talked about fitting both Rabada and Nokia in the 11 together, but now it seems like one of the two is going to play. So, are you okay with someone like Nokia coming back into the 11 in place of Kagiso Rabada, or do you feel that it's still early days to write off Kagiso?
I really feel it's kind of early days to write off Kagiso, because in the last season, Kagiso Rabada is highest wicket taker and is a purple cap holder, if I'm not wrong. So just giving, so he didn't play the first match of this season as well. So from the second match, so this is going to be his fifth match, and I'm sorry, there's kind of disturbance at the background.
Not.
Are you sure, Ajay? I mean, if you don't want to answer, you can say so. You don't have to blame it on the noise. Like, if you just say I don't know. Macha, try to close your windows, Macha. That is sound from your side.
Well, that was a googly.
No, actually, there's. Okay, was there a sound from my side?
I guess so, Ajay.
Yeah.
Look, I have left the show once. I'm not going to leave it again. You have to leave.
No.
You're going to be the one to leave. No. I had lots of trouble joining in again.
It's okay, Ajay. Continue.
Yeah. So I don't think so that it is. I mean, to leave out Rabada is going to be a good option, because I would stick to Rabada for a couple of matches more and see how it turns out. And Ahmedabad pitch, if we play at a proper pitch, I think it will help the seamers a bit and would give some help to the seamers. So Rabada would really would like to take advantage of that and maybe try and pick few wickets at front and also at the death. Yeah, so would really want to stick with Rabada for a couple of more matches.
Certainly.
But Ajay, Rabada was yesterday's news, man. He was purple holder last year. Harshal Patel is the purple cap holder right now. What are you talking about?
Okay.
Yeah, talking about Harshal Patel. It's good.
That is exactly what I was asking. I told last season he is a purple cap holder, so you shouldn't blame.
Okay.
I think it's good Kaustubh mentioned about Harshal Patel, because my next question was going to be about that final over. So thank you, Kaustubh, for leading me into that question. But before that, I would just like to take one question here from Sagar. He is saying that with the RCB having their first loss, do you think that it will be a downhill here from now? Because we have seen that happening with the franchise in the last couple of years also. So are you thinking that might happen once again, or do you feel that the squad is stable right now?
No, I don't think it will be downhill from here. Maybe, the game of cricket is very unpredictable. We can't say who can win or who can lose. There is no team in the world who can guarantee they are going to win on the particular day. It can be anyone's game, especially in T20. If one player like Maxwell or Russell, if they bat even 30 balls, the game is over. And you might be playing, 35 overs, you might be playing the best cricket in the world. But if the last 5 overs you lose the whole match. So I don't think it will be going downhill. But yeah, cricket is something that cricket is really cruel. Cricket is unfair. And it's not really, it's not always that the best team wins. There are always chances that even the worst team can beat the best team. So nobody can say.
Certainly, and it's good point that you made about you can play your best cricket for 15 overs and then the match can turn in the last 5 overs. But for RCB, it was possibly that you can play your best cricket for 19 overs and the match can turn in the 20th over. We saw what happened with with Harshal Patel there. So now talking about Harshal Patel, he has had a great season so far, being the purple cap holder. But that last over against Jadeja, I think that was unreal hitting. So do you think that this might have a negative impact on his confidence going ahead in this season, Kaustubh?
No, I don't think so. I think he has played 5 matches, and all the matches he has completed the 4 overs quota. And if you measure that, it turns out to be, I think, 20 overs. And when he has bowled 19 overs really good, and he was picking up wickets, I think his figures were 3 overs for 19 runs and 3 wickets. So I think one bad over should not hamper him that much. I understand that it was a very terrible over and probably the most expensive over that ever bowled. But yeah, everybody has their, it was not the day for him. Maybe not the over for him. It was the dew was too much. The ball was slipping out of his hand. Everything that could have gone wrong, it went. And yeah, the 1 over changed the figures for him for the match. Yeah.
We played in the afternoon. What are you talking about? You? I don't know.
Man, I have to cover for my player. I'm not going to throw Harshal Patel under the bus. He has been picking up wickets for us.
Yeah.
I mean, everything that could go wrong.
Maybe because of sweat or something, the ball slipped from his hand. That makes sense.
I think it was the pressure from Ravindra Jadeja. I think he was sweating just by looking at Jadeja.
Well, sir, whenever Sir Jadeja is at the pitch, impossible things seems to happen. And to be fair to Harshal Patel, I think it was going to happen at some point.
Jadeja seems to have some love affair with RCB. I remember him. There was one time they had to score 2 runs and there was only 1 ball, and he did it without taking even 1 ball. And Jadeja does some exceptional things against RCB only. I don't know what is his problem.
Well, I'm sure that if I asked Ajay to have someone like Ravindra Jadeja in your side again playing against RCB, he would have definitely said yes. So yeah, moving ahead. We are just 4 minutes away from the toss. Let's talk about the team prediction. And someone in the comments might have just mentioned that Daniel Sams may get his first cap for the team. And to be fair, both the teams have so many common players that sometimes you forget which player plays for who. And we saw Daniel Sams playing for Delhi Capitals last season, and now he's playing for RCB. So I was confused which team Daniel Sams is actually going to play for. So jokes aside, Daniel Sams getting his first cap. So Kaustubh, your thoughts? If he's getting his first cap, do you believe that someone like Dan Christian will be missing out in his place?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we have been saying it for last 2 or 3 pre-match shows. Daniel Christian has to make way for Daniel Sams. And it's no surprise. I think Saini also might be getting a move. A proper number 3 batsman might be coming in. And if not so, I think Washington Sundar has to be given proper 2 or 3 chances at number 3. Because you just can't keep him skipping. He is not your regular batsman. He's something that you're trying to mold into an all-rounder. So you need to give him chances. So if you're not going to give him chances, let him keep batting at number 7. Or else, if you want to experiment, just let him bat at number 3. I mean, who knew Sunil Narine could bat? But he did pretty good in power plays until everyone discovered that he's not going to play bouncer. So I think the Washington Sundar needs to be given chance at a consistent level, or either let him bat at number 7.
Certainly, and let's talk about the toss also, because we are seeing a couple of comments about KB sir's toss prediction, because many people love your analysis. So KB sir, if you win the toss, what would you like to do and why on this pitch?
I think we will bowl first, because looking at the pitch, it is a slow one, and it is always best to keep looking at the target and go slow, climb towards it rather than setting one, because we never know how pitch might turn out. It might be a 200 pitch, a proper belter, or it might be the slowest one. So it is very difficult to go out there and predict that in the first 5 overs or first 6 overs. And I think power play is the most crucial part of the first innings. So I think whichever teams wins the toss, they should bowl first. But as our captain says, the toss does not matter. The best team in the world is not dependent on the toss. Rather, it is dependent on the team. So no matter win or lose, toss can do its own thing. We are sure here to do our own job.
Certainly. And with the same question, we just got 1 minute away from the toss. So Ajay, quickly, we know that Ashwin is not going to play in this match. So who would your ideal replacement be for Ravichandran Ashwin in the side? And if you win the toss, and what would you like to do?
I will also certainly bowl first. Looking at there's a dew in Motera, Narendra Modi Stadium.
Oh, nice one. Hey, don't do this. Don't do this. Let's not politicize this.
I don't know. No, so that's a name. That's the name of the stadium. I mentioned the name of the stadium, right?
Okay.
Yeah. So
Forget that.
So there's
Our
dew in the
editing team will
stadium.
cut it. Go ahead.
Yeah. So there is dew. Bowling first will be a good option. And yesterday, even after the post-match presentation, Rahul was like, they kind of took a little bit of time to adapt to those conditions. So this is the second match that's playing in Ahmedabad. So assessing the condition would be a little challenging. So win the toss and bowl first.
Certainly, and that is actually going to be the key plan in this. We are just awaiting the news from the center. We got our friends here in the comment section constantly updating us about what is happening on the pitch. So while we wait for that, let's just take a couple of comments here. Let's just take the humorous one. So we are seeing one comment saying that Kohli winning the toss is more difficult than RCB winning the IPL. Well,
Okay.
well, this time, let's face it, Kohli has won a couple of tosses, and that has actually contributed to the result. Let's hope that he wins the all-important toss in June when India plays New Zealand in that final. So let's just take one more comment here. We know that what Akshar Patel has done in Ahmedabad, so he would be the possible. Actually, Akshar Patel was actually playing in the 11th, so we'll be talking about Akshar Patel after the toss and his importance in Ahmedabad. So that is really a good suggestion by Apurva Karnika. We got the news from the center. Delhi Capitals have won the toss and they have elected to ball first. Ajay, your predictions once again, it's bang on right. So, your thoughts on the toss and how important do you think it will be in considering the nature of the pitch?
Yeah, it is going to be important. As I said, it is very important to assess the pitch. So that is the most difficult thing when it comes to Motera. So assessing the pitch. So you will yeah. So you would be in a confusion where is it a 150 or 160 pitch, or is it like something beyond like 180 to 200 pitch. So that is where the assessment has to be made by the batsman at a very early stage, and adapting to that is a bit tough. And also coming to the second innings, there will be dew, so that would make batting a little more easy. So if a team bats first and puts runs on the board, the second team would get a better understanding of like how to go forward in achieving the target.
Certainly.
Yeah, so
and we got. Yeah, sorry to interrupt you, Ajay. We just got a news from the center. Ishan Sharma is replacing Ravichandran Ashwin. So that is going to be the key talking point considering the pitch that Ahmedabad actually has on show. So sorry to interrupt you, Ajay. Let's talk about Ishan Sharma.
No problem.
How important do you think Ishan Sharma's bounce will play a role on this pitch, considering the Delhi Capitals side?
Yeah, it is one. Ishan Sharma has always been a good performer for us in the IPL, and also we have seen his performance in the Test team. Yeah, so I think he's going to get a little bit of extra bounce with his height and the pace that Motera wicket has. If we are playing at a good the proper wicket of Motera, I think Ishan Sharma is going to get that extra bit of bounce, extra bit of pace, which will trouble the batsman. So it is a very good inclusion, and really looking forward to how he is performing. And he's coming back from an injury, right? So that is also a key thing. So really looking forward. Fingers crossed that he performs. He performs well in this match and picks few wickets.
Certainly, and it is always exciting to see the big man performing in any form of IPL. So let's talk about Royal Challengers Bangalore here, losing the toss, batting first. And as our friend in the comment, Nikhil, is saying that Bangalore actually plays without pressure when batting first. So it may be a questionable decision from the DC management. So your thoughts, Kaustubh, batting first, is it going to be that important for Bangalore side? Because I believe their main strength lies when they are actually batting first on any kind of surface. So your thoughts?
Look, toss. To talk about toss, I think the captain's mentality affects a lot on the team. So I think Virat Kohli has been speaking out loud about the toss. It does not matter what the toss is. He has to play quality cricket. And I think that mentality has gotten into the RCB team. We have seen RCB lose toss, like everyone mentioned, but we have seen RCB lose only one match. So that speaks volumes about the team. Despite losing everything, you can still win the games. And looking at the comment section, I think Patidar is also, making a comeback at number 3. I really hope he gets consistent chances at number 3. There should not be, too much chopping and changing. And also, I think Daniel Sams is going to play a crucial role as he is making his debut. Daniel Christian is not that much of a bowler like Daniel Sams is. So let's see how it goes. And I'm really hopeful about RCB's batting. The first inning has to be a big one. Looking at the Motera pitches, even at the test matches, they were not really, belter ones. I think the ball is going to spin. Definitely it is going to spin. And whatever the target may be, 150, 160 that we are trying to get, I think batting first is our best chance to do that. And, Kohli and Smith, what a treat to watch.
Certainly, and we all know that KB sir's analysis is never proven wrong.
Arey.
And KB sir actually predicted that both the changes will happen. So fair play. RCB actually did listen to KB sir's analysis. I think we might have Virat Kohli watching our live stream. I think
We
so he
just
must
might have to turn off the comments, I prefer it not to be interactive that much.
Well, yeah. Let's hope that it all works out for RCB batting first. So we got a couple of comments here talking about the character of the Royal Challengers Bangalore's batting, about it not showing up against CSK. So will that follow? We'll just wait to see what will happen. So let's talk about our score prediction. So Delhi Capitals bowling first. Ajay, your thoughts on what kind of a score do you feel would be ideal for Delhi Capitals to chase on this wicket? Because we have seen Ahmedabad pitch. Actually, in the first match, we have seen a low-scoring affair. But even in the India versus England series in February, we saw the first match, India scored 124. And in the second match, they scored around 200. So the pitch nature can be at both the extremes. It could be a high-scoring match. It could be a low-scoring match. So based on that, what would be your ideal target in your mind as a Delhi Capitals fan?
So if it is a slow pitch, I would want something below 140. So that would be something which we can chase down, considering the dew factor. Even yesterday, KKR chased it around like 18 overs. So 140 to 150 would be ideal for chasing. So if it is a belter, then something less than 180 would be nice.
Certainly, 140 RCB and 140. It is really looking a very promising kind of a prediction from Ajay here. So Kaustubh, you agree 140 RCB? Do you think that this RCB side would struggle to reach 140, or do you believe that the comeback is actually on for the Bangalore men?
With all the freedom given to Ajay, he could come up with 140. Why couldn't you say 100, man? Like no one is going to kill you if it's not right. You could have said 100. You could have said even 80. You could have said 49. People are commenting 49 comment section. That just shows the strength of RCB batting.
Ajay is actually a very good
No, I have to be realistic. Yeah. So.
Okay, you're trying to be a good boy here. Like we
I'm
don't know.
No. I'm not trying to be a good boy, but I'm like trying to be a little realistic. So, considering the fact that we have Kohli, we have ABD. So,
yeah, I agree to that point. We have to be realistic, and even in his wildest dreams, he can't, think of going below 140. So that shows the strength of RCB's batting. And with that, I think the score will be 150 to 160. Because I am also trying to be realistic. I think it is going to be a turner, and 150, 160 is enough. I think there was one comment asking, is 160 enough? I think, yeah, definitely 160 is enough. It's a slow track, and with Chahal being back and Washington Sundar being a power play bowler, I think 160 will be enough against DC.
Certainly, and 160 should be actually a good game, but I believe that it could be actually a 170 or a 180 kind of a wicket, because we have seen that Delhi Capitals have actually dropped a spinner for a pacer, so there might be a possible bounce here, and Bangalore batsmen are actually suited to this kind of wicket, so it would be a high scoring game, I believe. So let's wrap up the show with our one last question. So let's talk firstly about RCB. Your player to watch out for in the first innings and why? Kaustubh.
Definitely Virat Kohli. Every time after hyping him so much, I just could not say any other name. I had to back Virat Kohli, and I had to put yes. See, the thing is, I'm really big fan of Virat Kohli, and other issues are on the other side. Virat Kohli is a great batsman, and definitely he's my player to watch out for.
Certainly, and I hope that there is a news reporter in the comments, because Kaustubh just said that Virat Kohli is his favorite player. So I hope that he must have got that headline. So let's talk about Delhi Capitals. Ajay, your key player to watch out for in Delhi Capitals for this particular innings?
Looks like the pitch is not very slow, considering the fact that even RCB has gone with Daniel Sams, a medium pacer, not a spinner. So I think it is gonna. So I would say Ishant Sharma. I would really want to see how he performs. Yeah. So Ishant Sharma and Akshar Patel.
Well, that's two good choices there, and possibly
Ajay,
they might be.
Daniel Sams bowls at 140 kilometers. How dare you call him a medium pacer? Those are his variations that he bowls. Those are called slower ones.
Yeah.
That is not his actual pace.
Okay. Yeah, but he prefers to bowl slow ones a lot, right? So I thought he's a medium pacer. Yeah, sorry for
So,
that.
by that definition, you can call Shahid Afridi a faster bowler, right?
Well, certainly talking about the pacers, so I think we have seen a couple of good pacers in the IPL. So we actually consider 140 to be a medium pacers bowling. But that discussion is overall for the next discussion. So let's just wrap that up. So guys, Ajay, Kaustubh, thank you for joining us. We'll be tuning in with you after the post-match show and hopefully a good game of cricket. As a neutral, I would be hoping for a super over, and I'm sure you both might not be hoping because you have to be healthy as well. So let's just wrap up our show with that.
Yes,
and
yes.
guys, please make sure to stay safe, take care, and please stay at home and make sure to adhere to all the COVID-19 protocols, because this is actually the biggest battle we have to fight in order to win in the upcoming months or years. So we have to be together in this, and we know that we can fight through this. So take care, guys, stay safe, and please make sure to tune in to our post-match show and subscribe us and follow us as we keep on coming up with the daily live shows and also weekly podcasts on our channel. So till then, take care, everyone. Have a great match and enjoy, and please stay safe once again. Cheers.
Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.